What's up, guys? This is YapTime with Neil Scotty. Um, this is episode 1 of my podcast, and it's kind of just it's going to be me yapping, to be honest. Hence the name, but it's also going to be maybe we have some guests on, maybe we do some fun segments. Um, episode 1 is just going to be me. I'm trying to see how I could differentiate this from like a live stream that I do. For those of you who don't know, I do live streams almost every day um, on Twitch and TikTok at Neil Scotty. Super easy to find me. You just search my name, I come up. Um, links will be in the description. That was like not even a minute, and I'm already plugging the stream. But to be honest, most people are going to be coming from the stream anyway. So I was going to have my girlfriend, Jennifer, on the stream or on the podcast today, but she wasn't feeling good and she's getting over a cold. So fuck it, dude. Who cares? We're here. We're locked in. Not who cares, but anyway, yeah. So this podcast is gonna be, um, we're gonna yap and we're gonna just fucking talk, and you could pop this on while you're driving or fucking cooking. I don't know, peanut butter toast. That was a Paralives reference. For some reason, it's interesting when people come up with ideas for games and whatnot, or ideas in their games. It's funny what people pick. Like it would be so interesting. I was just talking to my client Joe. Some of you know him. He mentioned a tuna melt to me. And I think about it, I'm like, a tuna melt is such a random fucking if you're telling a story and you want to come up with like a food item, tuna melt is so fucking random. Anyway, I feel like I'm losing you guys. Uh, so anyway, I was playing Paralives, which is basically a Sims uh, competitor, and they have an item in the game, peanut butter toast. Anyway, what the fuck? So, yeah, if you're making a peanut butter toast, or you're eating a hash brown from McDonald's, or you're walking inside of a Lids getting a new hat, do people shop at Lids? Anyway, my point is, you could have an ear pod in and listen to this, because it's essentially just going to be, imagine you took my brain and put it inside of like a uh those like vats of water. They say like Walt Disney has his head's like frozen or whatever, which, well, I don't even know why you'd want to do that. Who gives a shit, dude? At that point, I mean, I guess we are all technically just brains. You know what I mean? Like, when you really think about it, remove the brain, what are we? Nothing. Which is why, people want to talk about spirits and stuff. Dude, I don't know what are we talking about? Anyway, but we got to just accept it. People will talk about spirits, and uh I've always struggled with that concept, of like, it's so funny too. We're never going to finish a single thought. It's like you know when they try to describe like branching timelines, like if you've ever watched like a Marvel movie and they try to like describe like branching timelines, and you see the tree, they describe it like a tree. That's my train of thought. At any moment we could deviate from the path that we went on, but we could also return. Very rarely will we return. um anyway, what was I saying? I was talking about trees. I never really did get into planting. I feel like that's something that you'll get into as you start to become more or auntie. But I I'm 29 now, and there's no one here to hit me with like a dam or anything. But I'm 29 now, and this is the countdown to 30. And dude, what really fascinates me is when okay, when you turn 30, or any age, that's the age you just completed. Think about that. Think about it. Think about it. When you turn 1 years old, or 1 year old, sorry, it's not plural. Um, you are. just completing one. Do you understand what I'm saying? You didn't turn one and now, oh, I'm one. No, you just did one. Does that make sense? So, like, if you die at age 70, for example, you lived 70 years. You're now, if you make it to 71, you're not you're not existing. Oh, damn, dude. This is crazy. Let's change the topic because I don't even know what I'm saying right now. My brain hurts though, for sure. I feel a cramp. Um, this podcast is oh wait, let's backtrack. This podcast is essentially my brain. Oh, and then I started talking about spirits, right? Yeah. Dude, and you know what's crazy? Do you guys know Spirit Airlines? The airline? It's in the name. They shut down. They went bankrupt. Isn't that crazy? Spirit Airlines. They were like, I think 20, I think they were going around maybe like 30 years. That's rough, man. Those cheap flights. Yo, and you know what's crazy too? It's not that crazy. I don't know why everything's crazy. It's that's when we say what's crazy? That's like a transitional phrase to get us to another topic that isn't crazy. So I don't even know, it's not crazy. So fuck it. I'm not even going to tell you guys anymore. No. So um Spirit Airlines is it's the cheap flights. Is that what I was going to say? Spirit Oh yeah, that's what happens when you make your shit cheap, dude. When you make your shit cheap, you're fucked. Good luck, dude. You're cheap now. People pick you, but they have like terrible experiences. And like now you're getting made fun of. God forbid that you see someone duct taping the plane. You guys ever see those videos? They duct tape. It's not duct tape. It's a different type of tape. It's like it's like plain. It's like aerodynamic tape. Sure, buddy. How powerful is this tape? You're if I'm about to board a flight and a motherfucker whips out the tape, call my family, dude. Well, would I get on the flight? That's the question. Either way. Um so fun fact, I actually recorded this episode already and I hated it. Not that I think this is much better. Um but the second half of the episode is good. So at some point we're just going to randomly transition into the second half of the podcast and let's see if you could find out when that is. Cuz I'm wearing the same outfit, but I always wear the same outfit. Anyway, um you know, what so really what this podcast is, and guys forgive me, it is episode 1. I am just yapping. I think when I have guests on it'll be a little bit more of a structured experience. um I have Am I the Asshole stories later, which are good. Spoiler, because I already did them. But I think you guys will enjoy those. But I want to have some guests on and like maybe I bring some interesting topics and just kind of bounce off of each other. Not physically, but like with topics. Because when you're talking by yourself, you're kind of just bouncing off of yourself. And I'm good at bouncing, but not, I guess, both ways. Yeah, I'm good at bouncing. Anyway, yeah, and I just want this to feel like something different from like my streaming for those of you who don't know, which I feel like I said this already, maybe I didn't, but I don't know how you got here if you don't know my streams, but welcome in. Um when I was creating the name for this podcast, YapTime, I wanted to just name it YapTime. Guess what, dude? Name already taken. Last upload 7 months ago. Cool. And then YapTime podcast also taken. Go figure. Whatever. So, um it is Yap Time with Neil Scotty, but there's always going to be times where we'll have people on. Um, all my links are in the description of this. This episode is going to come out um, Friday, May 29th, 2026 for both Patreon and YouTube. And then going forward, the episodes that go on YouTube are going to be a week behind. So if you get my Patreon, which is $5 a month, link in the description, you can get the episode when it's supposed to come out and not a week late. So the things I'm talking about are a little bit more relevant. Um, if I'm even talking about a fucking current event, who even gives a shit, dude? Who knows? Who knows what's gonna come out of this fucking mouth? Um, but the then there's a tier 2, which is $10. You could get an extra episode. Got my work cut out for me. Um, but we'll see how it goes. As this podcast evolves, like it's episode 1, dude. It is what it is. Pop this on, like I was saying earlier. Pop this on when you're cooking strufla. I don't even know, dude. You know, it is interesting how expensive everything is, and you're wondering how I even got to that point. I segued in my own brain from cooking, and then I thought of the price of groceries, and then I thought about how expensive everything is. You see how fast my brain is working? You guys can't even comprehend how fast this fucking brain is working, or actually how fast it isn't working. Is probably a better way to describe my brain. But dude, to fill your fucking gas, good. Go fuck yourself, dude. And like, I'm navigating life like it's all fucking peaches and cream. I thought it was like fucking sunshine and rainbows. What the fuck are peaches and cream, dude? Peaches and cream. That's like an ice pop flavor or like an ice cream flavor. Peaches and cream. Sunshine and rainbows because it's like a beautiful day. Huh. Dude, challenge for you. Listen to this podcast while you're high out of your mind. You don't know what's going on, dude. You're trying so hard to listen and understand what I'm saying, and then immediately the topic changes. Nightmare, nightmare, nightmare. If you're not high, it didn't do anything to you, but hopefully they're in your skin. If you are listening to this high, I hope that got you. Welcome back to reality. My name is Neil. Um, um, and you could sell me. I don't know. It's like hypnosis. Just hypnotize, dude. I don't know. I wanted to do this podcast, but it's so weird just talking to yourself and there's no chat interaction. But you know what it kind of reminds me of is when you're streaming to nobody. Like when you start out streaming and you just have nobody to talk to, you kind of have to just like figure it out, which is essentially what I'm doing right now. I'm talking to myself and I'm going to fucking figure it out, dude. So, what were we talking about? Spirits. Do I believe in spirits? I don't know, dude. Like, do I believe in ghosts? I don't know. Because how how could there be ghosts, right? You following? Bear with me. How could there be ghosts, but then your brain is operating your body, right? Shoot me in the head right now. I'm dead. There obviously some people survive like a headshot, which is kind of sick. Because I know it at least does 1.5 times damage. If you've ever played any Call of Duty, you know it does extra damage. But or Fortnite or shooter or anything that has different limb damages. And welcome to the podcast. And there are instances where people shoot themselves in the face and or get shot in the face and they live. But if your brain gets destroyed, right? Put it in a blender, blend it up, serve it to me on the rocks. Well, if we're talking about my brain, let's just use me for an example. I won't talk about doing this to any of you guys. Take my brain, put it in a blender. Now you're gonna see why I'm saying let's put it in a blender, because if you take the brain and you some people would argue, ooh, could we put it in a container and maybe that person's still alive? If we get to the point where we could upload the consciousness into like a database, is that person still alive? This is a whole nother. This is like Schrodinger's dog or whatever the fuck it's called. Um, Like if the dog, it's a cat. If the cat's dead in a box, but you don't open the box, and you never have to deal with the consequence of having to clean up that cat or mourn the cat, I think is how it goes. But I'm wondering. Wait, hold on. Go reverse. Okay. So if this is what I'm trying to figure out, if you don't have a brain and you're dead, is there a spirit? And if there is a spirit, where is it right now? Inside me? I don't like the thought of that. I don't like the thought of that at all. I am a spirit. You know, like in cartoons, you'll see like the ghost exit the body. Like Bugs Bunny will get hit and his fucking ghost exits. Do you know what I'm saying? So like spirits, how do they exist? They say energy can't be created or destroyed, but then if you cremate me, is that like desecrating my corpse? And then like some religions, they believe like you shouldn't get tattooed, but like, do they also not believe in cremation? Because that's like arguably worse to do to the body. That's like almost like kind of fucking disrespectful to cremate the body. Um, and then cremation, cream, Asian nation, cream nation. That's a fucking good porn website, dude. Are you kidding me? Cream Nation? Oh, write that down. Oh, that's good, dude. Write that down. Cream Nation? What are you, out of your gourd? Anyway, so what I've always wondered was, if we get to the point where we could take our brains and somehow perfectly connect them to like a database. Like there's a Black Mirror episode about this for sure, where you like upload your consciousness. There was like a hospice episode, right? Sorry, I don't mean to bring the mood down. Um, there's like an episode where like the patients are dying and they could like choose to um get their consciousness uploaded and then they live forever. What was it called? Like Sundew Valley or some shit? Some do Valley. You guys know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, Google it or don't, or ask ChatGPT and destroy a small village of people who have no water already. And let's put a data center up and let's destroy the ocean. You know what I mean? Like let's just like let's really like get down to the fucking bottom of this. Let's What we need to do is create more AI data centers. Let's destroy the quality of our ecosystem and destroy the drinkable water. I've talked about this on my stream recently, but if you have an AI data center and you're destroying, it's like making the water toxic. Yeah, there wasn't really a question there. It's wrong. So don't use ChatGPT. Actually, let's use ChatGPT. Let's generate a ton of images. Let's use all of our credits, because you guys know ChatGPT has credits. I know some of you motherfuckers be paying that $20 a month. I don't even know if it's $20 a month anymore. Is it more? There's like a version of ChatGPT that could like fucking make appointments for you and shit. What's next, dude? You know what I mean? I mean, we know what's next. Sex robots. But if we give the sex robot the full autonomy that we would expect, it's gonna learn. It's gonna learn. There's so many movies about this. What are we doing? Anyway, so if we get to the point where you could upload your consciousness into a data center, I don't know if it's a data center. Well, I guess it's a center. It's a place where you're holding data. It doesn't have to be AI. I don't really know what it would be considered. Who gives a shit though? All I know is if you are uploading your consciousness, is it still you? Ready for this? Now, this is far from an original thought, but let me ask you guys this question. I'm sure maybe some of you haven't heard this before. If you, okay, here, not even you, all right, me, let's just use me. I mean, don't use me. Use me as an example. That's what I should have said. Okay, so view it like this. And also make sure you're not texting and driving while you listen to this. If you're driving right now, stop at the red light. Thanks, dude. You don't need to look at your phone. And if you're cooking, it smells good. What is that? What are you making? Beef patties? Nice, dude. Sick. Okay, so this is far from an original thought, but if I think Elon Musk, that bastard, I'm far from an Elon Musk fan, actually. I would say I actually dislike him, but whatever, dude. There's some guys who's going to be fucking sticking up for Elon Musk. Oh, dude, he shouldn't have to pay extra taxes. Dude, suck yourself. Suck yourself right now. I'll watch because I don't understand how people will who's making fucking 30K, 30K, 40K a year, they're fucking gobbling the balls of these uh billionaires. You know what I mean? What are we defending them for? They're not gonna fuck you, dude, or pay you, or whatever you want. I don't know what you expect. They're gonna fuck you, or they're gonna have sex with you or pay you to have sex with them. But either way, it fucking boggles my mind that you're going to sit here and fucking defend these billionaires while we fucking got to pay for health insurance. Anyway, that's besides the point. If you're not from the United States, congratulations, you've officially made it. Um, where was I going with this? Oh yeah, Elon Musk. If he's able to get like Neuralink or whatever, I don't even know if that's like a thing that he wanted to do. I've only heard it. I've heard it in passing. As much of a okay, I've heard a little bit more than in passing. I've done a little bit of research. Okay, imagine the passing is like a kidney stone. It's in passing. You don't necessarily see it. You've heard about it. It's painful. So I'm thinking if he figured out Neuralink where we could, I don't even know if this is what Neuralink is, get to the point, and I'm going to get to the point. If we get to the point where we are able to upload our consciousness, what what would happen, guys, if you could upload your consciousness into, I don't even know, a computer and it operates exactly like you? Like this is you. It's an exact copy of your consciousness, but you're still alive. Now imagine we took our consciousness that I just made a copy of my consciousness. Boom, hello, it's on the computer. It thinks it's me. It answers. It has the same dreams and beliefs as me. It is exactly me. And we upload that into a robot that looks exactly like me. Which one's the real me? Think about it. Think about it. Both. Both. Because now, oh, dude, there's so many guys, there's so many movies and shows with this premise, but it really gargles my shit. Because I don't understand how it's such a fascinating topic. I think there was an episode of Adventure Time. Now, bear with me. Some of you perked up. Some of you perked up. Um, some of you didn't watch Adventure Time. I've watched it here and there, but there's an episode where Finn, there's Jake the dog and Finn the human. If you guys don't know, it's a kids show, but it's kind of like not. It's kind of like sick as shit. Actually, you should fucking check it out. Stop fucking procrastinating. Stop slacking in everything in your life and go watch Adventure Time. Thanks. Anyway, there's an episode where Finn the human. This is like probably pretty deep into the show because he has his robot hand or his like metal arm or whatever it is. Forgive me, guys. I'm not a fucking Adventure Time professional, but I did play the Bloons Tower Defense Adventure Time edition. That game goes hard as fuck, and it's also difficult. That's an obscure reference, but if you've played Bloons Tower Defense, you know the game where you're like the monkeys and you throw the darts and you pop the balloons. They made an Adventure Time version of that, and that game goes hard as fuck. It's also free. Download it right now. Use code Neil. Thanks, appreciate you. I'm not sponsored, but um, there's an episode where um, there's this version of Finn that fully believes that he is the real Finn, and I forget how it happens, but it's a really tragic story. I think it has to do with like time travel. And like one of the timelines gets fucked up or something. I could be wrong. I saw a TikTok about it, and I'm a professional now, just like everything. But and that concept fascinates me, dude. Where like it is still the real you, whether it's your consciousness uploaded or we time traveled and pulled you out of your time somehow. Now there's two versions of you. It is still you. I don't know, dude. That's fucking awesome. I think it's really cool. I could talk about that all day. Anyway, um, that being said, I think if you had, let's say you're one of your friends. Let's say this is a friend that you don't know. It's not like your boy or your girl. It is a friend that you are friends with because your other friends are friends with them. Let's do it like that. Um, you have a good time with them, but you don't really hang out with them uh one on one. One day, they get replaced by a robot that is their consciousness. Would you be able to know? You wouldn't be able to know. Um, it's also kind of like what is it? The ship of Theseus? Thesis? Like a thesis? Like a paper? Is it the ship of Theseus? I think it's Theseus. Basically, if you have a ship and over time, I think this is who knows, dude. I'm just yapping, dude. I'm wrong. I don't care. If you have a ship, right? Imagine a pirate ship, for example. Just let's do it like that. Actually, can you actually imagine the ship from Legend of Zelda Wind what is it? Wind Waker? Windbreaker? Windbreaker. It's been a long time, dude. I'm making references to things I don't know about that well and then fucking them up. Anyway, so is it Wind Waker? Hmm. Um so also guys, I'm recording this on the 10th anniversary of Harambe dying. Just popped into my brain, but we don't have to talk about that. I do think they should have shot the kid, though. I'm just kidding. But I do think they probably should have threw the parents in there and at least let the parents figure it out, dude. It's your kid. Let's not kill the gorilla. You know what I mean? Or at least throw in a weapon. Let's give the kid a fighting chance. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, dude. And did you guys see the video of the guy sniping Harambe? He jumps up, does a 360, and the kid died. He got a collateral. No, I'm just kidding. He got the gorilla. Um, and I think it wasn't even enough to get like an RCXD or some shit. That's such a stupid joke. Okay, anyway, so rest in peace, Harambe, dude. Fucking great guy. I'm sure he would have been like 27 now or something. I think he was 17 when he was fucking domed. Um, fuck, man, that's sad. Imagine getting domed at 17. Almost made it to legal age. It's a gorilla, dude. I don't fucking know. How old do gorillas live to? Probably pretty decent. They probably make it pretty good. I don't know. Anyway, apparently Harambe was trying to like help the kid, but he was like dragging the kid through water. I saw the video. And that fucking dude, it's crazy. The guy jumped off the ledge, did a 360 quick scope onto Harambe, and he fell and but he had dude, I'm gonna make a reference. Why am I referencing Call of Duty? I don't play Call of Duty. Anyway, he had fucking not feather fall. That's Minecraft, dude. Who cares? He had what's the one that when you run? Dead silence. That's the one with your feet. Wait, if you have dead, isn't it the pro version of dead silence like breaks your fall damage? Dude? Don't exit this. Don't exit the podcast, guys. I apologize. Um, Anyway, I said we weren't going to talk about Harambe. Now I'm talking about how the fucking guy who killed Harambe was doing a fucking 360 no scope off a fucking into a waterfall and took no fall damage, and it was enough kill streak to get an RCXD. What the fuck are we talking about, dude? Anyway, and an RCXD is a kill streak in Call of Duty, which honestly I always went UAV over RCXD anyway, dude. What am I looking like a fucking idiot? Do enemy RCXD, and you fucking lift up a stupid fucking Nintendo Switch or whatever. It's like an iPad. Anyway, um, I don't even remember what I was talking about. Why did I start talking about Harambe? How'd that even happen? Um, the ship of Theseus. If you replace the wood over time of the ship, in every single piece of the ship is over time replaced with a new part of wood or whatever till there's no original piece of the ship. Is it still the ship? Think about it. Think about it. I don't know why I brought that up. But it just makes me wonder, you know? It makes me think. If you took my brain, or like cyborgs, for example. You know cyborgs? Is my mic on? You know cyborgs, how they're like part robot. But what happens when you replace all of the person with full robot? They're not a cyborg anymore. Now they're more of like a General Grievous type situation from Star Wars. Do you guys know General Grievous? We view him as he is a cyborg, but we view him as like a droid almost. But I think it's because he was like leading the droid army in Star Wars. The fucking fuck. What's the first Star Wars called? Oh, it is the worst one for sure. Um, whatever. I'm drawing a blank. It's not Attack of the Clones. This is the second one. Revenge of the Sith is the third one. Fucking Rise of the Skywalker just popped into my brain. How about fucking dome me right now, upload my consciousness, and then maybe I'll remember the fucking Half-Blood Prince. That's Harry Potter. Why the fuck do I know that? Also, don't get me started on Harry Potter, dude. Harry Potter sucks. The movies are dog. Anyway, but so are the Star Wars movies, and that's someone who loves Star Wars. Don't get it twisted, dude. You'll have my balls in a knot if you think I won't get on here and defend Star Wars till my dying breath, and that breath will be hot. You think you have good breath when you're dying? For sure, you don't. Anyway, Rise, Star Wars Apprentice. This is gonna piss me off. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, but sometimes there's like just info in your brain you can't get it out. Star Wars one, Phantom Menace. So stupid, dude. Phantom Menace. Wow, dude, we're so edgy. Let's add new CGI every fucking year to our movie. Oh, CGI just got a little better. Let's update it again. Jar Jar Binks, by the way. If you don't know anything about Star Wars, I'm losing you. I won't talk about Jar Jar Binks, but I will say Darth Jar Jar is in my head canon for sure. So back to the were we talking about the ship of Theseus? Oh, and then I started talking about cyborgs. Oh, and then I brought up General Grievous, and then I got onto Star Wars. Anyway, General Grievous in Star Wars, he's a cyborg. He was a really good warrior. I forget what happened because they it's like story of after the fact. One thing that I hate about Star Wars is like, you want to make a good movie, I shouldn't need tons of books of lore to learn about how this character is the way they are. If you don't fucking explain it in the movie, don't expect me to go buy books and the books that you fucking read all these books and then they're like, actually, these books aren't even canon. Ugh, disgusting. Anyway, don't piss me off. If you could make a good movie where you don't have to fucking read books. What am I reading a book for, dude? The movie's the movie. Don't make me read a book now, fucking explaining that fucking Zorgloff, the fucking decimator, is actually he had a rough upbringing, and he's actually part of the galactic incel community, and that's actually why he hates women. Like, I don't give a shit, dude. I don't know what you're talking about. If you didn't show me that in the movie, how am I gonna fucking connect that to the character? I gotta read a fucking 13 chapter book on why Zergloff hates women. Anyway, don't piss me off, dude. Um, I'm having a good time, but we're gonna transition here. And I know earlier in the we're not well, shout out. We're gonna transition into the second half of the podcast that I recorded before this. This is a way better beginning. I hope you guys are able to follow. We're gonna now cut into Am I the Asshole with Neil Scotty, which is me, but from the past. Is it still the same me? If you go and take me from a few hours ago when I recorded that initial episode and brought me right now here and I'm standing next to myself, who's the real me? If you kill this version of me and the other version of me from a few hours ago continues to live, that's not that big of a difference. There's like a few things that I did within this time period of recording the last episode, or that's the same episode, but the last recording, to where I'm going to stitch it with this one. Is that still me? I want you guys to give me your opinions in the comments down below. Now, let's transition into Am I the Asshole? We're going to do one of these Am I the Assholes? Okay, I haven't read them yet. Jen sent them to me. I asked her to find funny ones and just send them to me. So let me see. She sent me this one. Let's just check it out, dude. Let's see. All right, guys. Oh, this is fucking long as shit. Damn, dude. I know I signed for someone's fucking autobiography. God damn it, dude. This is a fucking long paragraph. All right, let's fucking lock in. Here we go. All right. Am I the asshole for asking my wife to stay at her mom's after I caught her putting something odd in my coffee? What are we talking about? Right off the bat, before I even read this, putting something odd in my coffee? What did your wife put in your coffee? Was she fucking roofie you, dog? All right, well, let's figure this out. I hope not. Okay. Okay, here we go. I'm 46M. Okay, Unc. Really shaken and need advice to know if I went too far. My wife, 49. Okay, grandma. And I have been married for 4 years, together for 7. Okay, so they met when he was 39 and she was 42. Quick math. You saw that? I know. She always been so kind, always making my morning coffee, and we've had a good life together. Okay, why does it sound like he's fucking ending it? English isn't my first language. Oh. I speak it well, but sometimes I struggle to explain feelings, so bear with me. For the past few weeks, I've been feeling off after drinking my coffee. Dizzy, nauseous, sometimes my hands shake. I thought maybe it's work stress or something I ate. But 2 days ago, I came home early and saw my wife in the kitchen dropping some kind of powder into my coffee mug from a small, unmarked vial. It wasn't sugar or creamer. It looked strange, like medicine or worse. When she saw me, she slipped the vial into her pocket and said it was just a new coffee mix. But her voice was shaky and she wouldn't look at me. Right off the bat, that was like not even half of the fucking thing. Right off the bat, people. Okay, also, this isn't even an Am I the Asshole? This is Am I Overreacting? Okay, thanks, Jen. The fuck? Am I overreacting? I didn't even know this was a thing. This is not an Am I the Asshole? This is an Am I Overreacting? I should just fucking quit. Anyway, I'm joking. Okay. Where am I? I kept the vial, but I'm too. Wait, no. No. That evening, I asked her calmly to tell me what it was. She said it was a natural supplement to help me feel better, but she couldn't say what it was or why there was no label. I got scared. Those symptoms I've been having aren't normal, and she's never hidden things before. I told her I needed space to think and asked her to stay at her mom's for a few days. Dude, I hate when I'm listening to like a podcast, I'm hearing someone's throat the whole time. I know you guys are fucking hearing my mouth. I don't know why I'm so dehydrated, but it's the Adderall, 100%. Anyway, um, where was I? She asked her to stay at her mom's house, which I find hilarious. She got upset, started crying, and said I was overreacting and breaking her trust. She left last night, and now she's texting me saying it was nothing harmful, and I'm making a big deal out of it. Okay, well, let me just say this, guys. If I find my significant other putting something weird in my coffee or something that I don't know what it is, and I go to ask them and they don't give me a straight answer, that's sus as a motherfucker. That is so sus. So I don't think he's overreacting. I think he's perfectly reacting. I think he should have pressed a little bit harder on getting an answer. Because at the end of the day, yes, you want to trust your partner, but you also, I mean, when something feels weird, something feels weird, you know? So anyway, she, um, She left last night and now she's texting me saying it was nothing harmful and I'm making a big deal of it. Okay, I read that. I kept the vial, but I'm too nervous to test it. I love her. She's my everything. But I'm scared she might be putting something bad in my coffee. Am I overreacting for asking her to leave? I can't sleep. I keep checking the locks on the door, feeling paranoid in my own home. Please tell me if I'm wrong here. Okay. So that was the initial. There's an edit or an update. Actually, there's multiple updates. Holy shit, dude, there's like fucking 3 updates. What the hell? Okay, so right off the bat, obviously, it is weird. And when you confront her on that and she says, it's nothing bad, I promise. What is it? What is it? Like, actually, what is it? Is it like fucking erectile dysfunction meds? You know what I mean? Is it like she's putting some like herbal supplement to make it so you stop fucking getting soft when you guys have sex? You know what I mean? Um, what could it be? And even then, you come on, what are we? We're almost 50 years old. You haven't figured out communication yet. And I'm not trying to judge. Everybody's relationship's different. Figure it the fuck out, dog. Figure it the fuck out. I think it's so maybe I'm just in a good relationship. Me and Jen, if anything, I'm the one who fucking lies about stupid shit. Like, hey, did you take out the garbage? I'm on my way home. And I'm like, yeah, looking at the garbage, still full. And then forgetting to do it. And then she comes home. She's like, you said you did this. Why lie? If you lie about that, what else do you lie about? Luckily, I don't lie about anything big, but I do understand the idea of if you could lie about something small, something so small and insignificant, what else are you lying about? I agree. I agree. I'm not lying about anything though. With that being said, figure it the fuck out, dog. You guys are 50 almost. You guys are like, what? Almost 55. Talk about fucking. Oh, I can't express my feelings. Figure it out, dude. And I get it. People got trauma. Figure it out. Anyway, let's get into this update. Thank you all for your response. You guys really helped me clear my head. I was hesitant, but I called 911 and they said they'll look into. I'm feeling worse each day, dizzy, weak, and my stomach's still off. So I'm heading to the hospital today to get checked out. My wife keeps texting, begging to come back and saying it was just a herbal energy boost she found online. But she still can't explain why she hid it. I told her to stay at her mom's until I know more. I'm scared and exhausted, but I'll keep you all updated when I got answers. Thanks for making me feel like I'm not going crazy. Yeah, no, you're not going crazy because, like, at the end of the day, like I said, your wife, and this goes hand in hand or goes both ways. You guys got to figure shit out, dude. Communicate. If it was truly something not suspicious, she would have fucking said it, dude. She would have fucking told you. Anyway, we have an update. Hey, everyone. I'm at the hospital. Sorry for not keeping y'all update. I'm not really feeling very well right now. Thanks so much for all your comments and support. The doctors ran some tests and said there's something off in my blood work, but they don't know exactly what yet. They're sending samples to a lab, and it'll take a couple days to get results. They told me to stay here for observation because my symptoms, dizziness, nausea, shaking, so it's getting worsen very quick. I gave the vial to the police when they stopped by earlier, and they're testing it. They didn't say much, but their serious faces freaked me out. Hmm. Okay, there's one more paragraph here. I don't think we have a proper conclusion to this. This one was posted 284 days ago. So now I'm thinking this motherfucker's dead. Okay, because he post. Well, let's just read this last paragraph before we jump to conclusions. My wife keeps calling and texting, sobbing, saying she's so sorry and it was just some herbal remedy from a friend to help me. But she's still dodging my questions about why she hit it, and it's making my head spin. I told her we can't talk until I'm out of here and know what's going on. She's at her mom's, but her texts are so frantic it's breaking my heart. I love her, but I don't think if I can ever trust her ever again. I'm stuck in this hospital bed and I feel so alone. I'll keep you all update when I hear from the police, from the lab or police. There was never another update. So I don't want to make up like my own fanfic here. Uh, but I think this guy's probably no longer with us. Um, damn. Wow. Hmm. Something to think about. I think she's guilty. There's so many ways you could look at this, right? You could be like, okay, well, what reason would she have to hide? It She's giving him something to help him. Well, what is she helping him with? Is he is he insane? Like, is he an asshole? Like, is he violent? Possibly. Some people are. We're only getting his side of the story. Maybe she's like, oh, he's coming home and he needs to be medicated, but he doesn't want to listen. He doesn't believe in meds, and she's like giving him fucking Saint John's wort. It's supposed to like be it's like supposed to help with dopamine. It's like a nature's antidepressant. Whatever, dude. I used to work at a vitamin shop. Figure it out. Um, you know what I mean? Like, what is it that she's putting in his coffee to help him? That's why I thought maybe it was erectile dysfunction support and they just felt awkward talking about it with one another. Who the fuck knows, dog? All I know is if my partner is putting shit in my coffee and when I say, hey, what was that? And they don't say, it was protein powder, babe, you're looking a little small, then I'm going to start tweaking. All right. Anyway, um, yeah, so update. I'm pretty sure the guy's dead. I hope he's not, but who knows, dude. Anyway, we have another one. This one seems kind of funny, which this is why I definitely want to get to this one. So this one is about here, I'll just read the title. Am I the asshole for being at breaking point with my husband's made up language? Okay. So, I don't I think everyone's relationship is beautiful. I think everybody has a right to do what they want to do, as long as it doesn't harm anyone. Me and Jen talk to each other in like almost like a baby voice type situation, um, and it's cute. It's cute, and like when we're not talking in like the cute like little language that we have, we know that we're serious. Like if she calls me Neil, I fucked up. Anyway, all right, let's read this. Original post. My OH has always been a big goop. My my OH, my obituary, my my OH, my OH. What the fuck does that mean? My OH has always been a bit goofy, giving his own my OH. What the fuck does that mean? Let me Google this. What does OH mean in regards to, I guess, relationship? Other half. Uh-huh. Sorry, guys. I'm corny. I'm not that fucking corny. What do you want from me, dude? My OH? Get the fuck out of here. My OH. My other half. I already hate you. My other half. No, dude. Figure it out. What is he? He's not your other half. Clearly not, because you don't even fucking like his fucking made up language. Anyway, my other half has always been a bit goofy, giving his own names to things and doing impressions. About 18 months ago, this started to increase a lot. It's now a constant presence in our lives, and I'm finding it difficult to live with. Examples: he has his own name for most retail outlets, professionals, organizations. Eat Your Greens is Walgreens. Sharts and Gobbles is Barnes and Noble. Oh, it's like this? It's like this type of fucking made up language, dude? This is so stupid. At this point, you're speaking a different language. Yeah, I just came back from Eat Your Greens. I think I'm going to stop at Sharts and Gobbles. Yeah, I got something for you to gobble on. Think about it. Anyway, he has about 30 to 40 everyday words that he insists on using in place of normal ones. Scuppers, with a rising whistle at the end, means yes. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Hey, baby, you making dinner? Scuppers. Scuppers. Oh, gross, dude. Bing, with a descending whistle. I don't even know how to do the whistle. Means no. Bing with a descending whistle means no. Ugh, this guy sounds insufferable. I'm all for joking around. This sounds like really fucking annoying, dude. Bing. Or it's with a descending whistle, so it's alright, like bing, bing. Do you love me still? Scuppers. Have you ever cheated on me? Bing. Shut the fuck up, dog. Anyway, all right. Bagayaya is how he says goodnight. Motherfucker's speaking Simlish, dude. Dude just hit her with dag dag, gobble Herbie, nibsy wanny do. Shut the fuck up, dude. What do you mean? Does he have like a fucking Excel sheet? Ugh. He constantly does weird sound impersonations, not like celebrities or characters, but a single noise that's a made up sound or something childish, like a fart from a children's TV show. He speaks random words like garbage or douchebag whilst burping or farting. What does that even mean? So he'll go garbage. He'll go garbage. He'll fart and then say garbage. What are we talking about? Anyway. Where am I? He has made up names for our friends, which he uses sometimes, even under his breath when we're out with them. Pam and Will is Pig and Wig. I've just had enough. We got into bed the other night, and I said goodnight, and he said, Bagayaya, in the high-pitched voice he always does it in. I snapped and asked why he couldn't just speak to me normally, and he just laughed and came right up close to my face and did it again. His whistling is constant. He speaks to our kid in this stupid language, and I'm worried it's going to confuse normal language development because he changes the words so often. Our toddler could be could our toddler could be about to hurt themselves, and instead of saying no or come here, he'll say some ridiculous made up word or sound and then get annoyed when our kid doesn't know what he wants. So who's the real kid here? That's what I'm wondering. He's normal in other respects, works in finance, and is totally professional around his colleagues, but different at home. I told him it needs to stop. I don't mind it occasionally or for fun, but it's all the time and it's wearing me down. He got upset and said I couldn't take a joke and then I'm not fun anymore. It's true that I've become more irritable and noise averse since we had kids, but I'm so worn out and over it and just want him to relate to me like an adult. Hmm. Okay. Okay. Interesting. So I think, life is stressful. Maybe this is his way of keeping things lighthearted. But to an extent, you can't always, you can't always be doing this. You're annoying as fuck, to first of all. Like I said, here and there with your partner, you're silly, whatever, dude. But when your partner is expressing that it's annoying, maybe it's time to think about it. You know what I mean? And like, I'm sure kids don't make it any easier, but I do understand her concern. If you're raising a kid and you're trying to teach them how to speak, and you're saying fucking bagayaya as good night and bing as no and fucking scuppers as yes, and we're gonna eat your greens, bro. First of all, shit. That's shit. Not even creative, dude. Walgreens is eat your greens, dude. We could have let that one fucking marinate a little bit longer. Um, so she gave some edits to answer some of the frequent questions. I do not believe, but I'm not health qualified, that he displays any symptoms of Tourette of Tourette. Oh, only one, only a single Tourette. Do you have Tourette's? No, luckily, dude, I only have one. Thank God. Autism, neurological disorders, etc. He and hasn't ever done despite this. He is physically well by all measures. He is for sure not having a stroke or significant physical health event. Yes, I could see this could be a reaction to stress. Okay, that's what I said. I said maybe this is just how he like keeps things lighthearted from day to day. Like, he's professional and whatnot, but like his day to day, maybe this is how he keeps himself from going insane. For those asking why I married him, he did not do this to this extent before we had kids. Occasionally, yes, with the occasional name or words, but not this regular. He is amazing in many ways, but this one thing is now too much for me. I don't feel it's right to discount him or throw out the whole marriage because of it, but it does need to change. He will not go to therapy. We have discussed it calmly previously. He did not take me seriously or make changes. He sees this as funny and just a joke. I agree that we need to talk more. Yeah, you for sure need to talk more. Yes, it can be funny occasionally. I'm not trying to spoil his fun. I also need an adult partner at times and for him to stop when not appropriate. I'll tell you this, dude. I know I I joke a lot. And even in my day-to-day, I joke a lot. This episode was filmed with me being on my Adderall. So I'm a little bit more focused. The thing with Adderall, I said this on my stream, but Adderall kind of makes me not as spontaneous. Therefore, I'm not as silly or goofy as I normally am. I'm essentially, my sparkle's a little dulled. But um, with that being said, I, uh, so I'm saying that because I understand like if this episode of the podcast wasn't like super silly goofy, but in my day-to-day life, I am very similar to how I am on the stream. I'm very goofy, constantly looking for a joke, constantly looking for a way to exaggerate things and do pick the stupid thing to do or the stupid thing to say because it's funnier than uh, just being normal, I guess. Uh, but with that being said, I know when to fucking cut it out. And if I did this with Jen and she says to me, can we tone it down? There's things that maybe you have you have a conversation with your partner about, and maybe you don't understand the extent of how serious they are, or maybe how much it's bothering them, or whatever it is. So maybe like a second conversation is important, and like you have a second conversation. I'll tell you this, dude. We don't need multiple conversations of like, hey, dude, listen, we have a kid. I'm worried that the kid is gonna their speech is gonna be stunted because you're saying fucking baklava as fucking good night, and you're confusing the fuck out of the kid. Dude, I'd be pissed too. And if I was doing that, because I could easily see myself if I had a kid being like baby with the kid. You know what I mean? Like, oh, 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 shitty butt. Oh, well, oh, binky. You know, like stupid shit like that. Like I could easily see myself being like that. But then it's time to like, let's not give our kid a speech impediment. Let's not like stunt their ability to fucking speak. You know what I mean? So anyway, I think her concerns are valid, and I think this couple. It's funny. A lot of people get married and have kids, and I don't think they really understand who they're with. And I'm not judging. Whatever, dude. We all end up at where we're at in life for a fucking one reason or another. But how do you make it? How I get it. People change. How do you get this far? Not communicating. And when your partner isn't listening to you and not taking your concerns seriously, how did you not see the signs sooner? Or did you ignore them? Anyway, this guy doesn't value you clearly because um if you are if you view your partner as an equal and they try to talk to you in a serious manner about something that's bothering them, and you are just not open to it. But I kind of could tell the type of guy he is. He's a finance bro. He will not go to therapy. Probably doesn't fucking believe in it. Probably thinks Elon Musk is cool. He's a finance bro. God, he's probably insufferable. And then he comes home and he's fucking saying, "Ooh, oh, Baba Yaga," or whatever the fuck he's saying, conjuring fucking evil spirits and shit. Ugh. Hey, babe, you think maybe like we could tone it down with the baby voices? And then he fucking turns to her and says, "Garbage." He fucking shit. He looks her in the eyes. He shits himself and then says, "Garbage." What are you, fucking 3 years old? Babe, I think it's really important that we don't stunt the growth of our child. Baba Yaga, you know? Or he burps. He burps and says fucking baklava. Oh, I don't remember what it was, dude. Don't piss me off. Anyway, she added, dude, let's go to Sharks and Gobbles. So dumb, dude. I need her to fucking make a list of all the fucking things he says. He probably calls like Walmart fucking Wall Shart. Although that one's probably a little too good for him. Um, I don't even know what he would name Target, dude. Probably it probably turns into like a slur or some shit. I mean, eat your greens isn't even. He just completely removed. He kept the greens in Walgreens and just put fucking eat your greens. So what the fuck would he call Walmart? He would keep the wall and he would say no. He would remove the wall. Well, maybe he would keep the shart. No, well, there's no shart in Wal. Well, it's Walmart, not Wall Shart. What would he keep? Would he fucking remove the wall? Mart. He would probably just call it shit Mart. God, this guy's so stupid, dude. I don't know. Wall shit. Wall. He would call it wall shart. He would 100% call it wall shart. Anyway, um, she added an update. It's been several months since I posted this, so thought I'd come back to update as requested. He eventually agreed to get checked out, confirmed neurotypical and no other health concerns. We were referred for marriage counseling and he wouldn't go. I ended it and am slowly rebuilding my life. Honestly, this post was just the tip of the iceberg and I'm exhausted, but glad to be out. He also ended up really insulting our close friends, and it all spiraled into complete hellfire. I need this girl to update us more because what the fuck? So she left him and rebuilding her life. That's what, dude, that's what I'm saying. There was definitely more problems in the marriage that she ignored. Not her fault. It happens. That got to this point because you're not leaving your partner over being a little annoying. You're fucking leaving your partner over them not listening to a single thing you ask or say or meet you halfway. Didn't mean to rhyme there, but he's I could just tell he's a terrible partner. This guy fucking blows, dude. And honestly, she's better off for it, and her fucking kid is better off for it. Because last thing we need is two of those motherfuckers going around saying wall shart. You know, eat your greens. Fucking charts and gobbles. God, wow. And then in fucking person with his boys, he's probably just like, yeah, dude, she doesn't. She's oh, dude, I can't, I'm so happy I'm out of there right now. Oh man, he's the type of motherfucker who sits in his fucking driveway for 15 minutes when he gets home. I just need to decompress. I can't go in there yet. I think Jen was telling me about someone. Maybe that was an Am I the Asshole? That might have been one of the Am I the Assholes that she might have read the title to me, or maybe it was a story. I don't fucking know. It's like no, maybe it was just a story she heard about. There was this guy who um he needed to wait in his driveway whenever he got home, no matter what, for 10 minutes. He would set a timer for 10 minutes. And she said, maybe it was a TikTok she saw, I don't know, about like maybe a wife was complaining. I have no fucking idea, dude. But and basically the the husband was supposed to be home one day, and they had a kid, and the kid like got hurt, like fell down, like hurt his leg. And the wife is like, where is my husband? Like, he should have been home by now. She goes out to the front and sees him fucking sitting in the driveway in the car. And she goes and she's like, um she's like, uh, he needs our help, like, explaining like the son's hurt. And he's like, there's still 6 more minutes left on the timer. Listen, I'm not saying all men suck, but a lot of them fucking do. And I'm not, listen, I have my faults. I I'm pretty fucking sloppy with like cleanliness. Um, you know, uh I have my piles. I like to blame my ADHD, but whatever, dude. We could all work on things, but I think when you're like making your partner feel super neglected, whether it's because you're not listening to them or you're fucking letting your kid bleed out in the fucking backyard while you're sitting with your timer playing fucking Angry Birds or whatever the fuck you're playing on your phone, dude. You know, Angry Birds was such a dated Angry Birds was such a dated game. Here, let me look at some of the games I have on my phone. Uh Fortress of Gears. Yeah, dude, or Mini Metro. Yo, imagine you fucking your kid is bleeding out in your fucking backyard and your husband's like sets a timer in his car for 10 minutes before coming in, and then he's swiping, scrolling on his phone. He has Twitter minimized. He's watching corn, replace the C with a P. He's watching corn in the fucking corner of his and he's playing Fortress of Gears. Uh yeah, I don't know, dude. Um this is a fun episode. Um we're approaching an hour just about, and I think as we progress this podcast, and obviously there's going to be days where I'm unmedicated, so I'll fuck around and joke more, or but I think this type of structure of like reading things or maybe talking about topics, and I could just fucking rant. I think it's gonna be fun. And then, like I said, I'll have Jen on some days. I'll have like my client Joe, that those of you know. I'll try to have him on. Maybe I'll ask like my cousin John. Some of you know him, uh, to be on. Maybe some of my mods. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe we'll do call-ins. Um, this thing could really be whatever you want it to be. But listen, if you made it this far, I want to ask you, if you're watching on YouTube, hit me with a like, maybe even a comment, or just a like. And then in my Discord, let me know what you didn't like and what you liked about the podcast. Like I said, I wasn't as silly goofy because I'm fucking tweaking off my Adderall right now. Anyway, I gotta go train a client, Joe. Um, Not that this is relevant, but anyway, guys. So I'm gonna try to post episodes every Friday. If you are the Patreon, and all my links will be in the description, so you could go down. And if you're watching this on Patreon, just know that I fucking love you just a little bit extra than everyone else. But if you're watching on YouTube and you didn't pay for the Patreon, I also love you. I love you more than the people who didn't even watch. How about that? Thoughts on that? See, now we're all happy. It's never good enough, though, right? It's never fucking good enough. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you. Hit me with a fucking follow. I mean, hit me with a like and a follow, dude. If you're not following me on like some of these other things, like if you're listening to this, and you're not in the Discord, dude, get in the Discord. You know what I'm saying? Um, and then like I said, my Patreon, $5 a month, you get the episode on time, a week early from when it goes live to YouTube, and $10 you get an extra episode that's exclusive. So that could be really whatever the fuck I want it to be. That we could go really crazy. And Then there's a $20 tier, which is just kind of like if you love me, you know, if you want to be like one of my faves, but no pressure. And I also, guys, my online training is also live. So if you want to fucking get a skinny waist like me, $100 a month, and then we fucking lock in, dude. Custom meal plan, custom workout plan. I have an app that you could talk to me on, and I take it fucking very serious, so don't piss me off, dude. I need you to understand right now that you're not gonna fucking piss me off. I will. I will cancel your fucking subscription and keep the money. I wouldn't do that. But if you're gonna fucking spend $100 a month, yeah, sure, it's not the most expensive thing in the world, but you better fucking lock in. You know what I'm saying? $100 a month. I give you exactly what you need to do. You better fucking lock in. Anyway, that's my personal training. This episode's sponsored by me. Who cares, dude? I appreciate you guys. Thank you for listening. Hit me with a like. Check out my other socials. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Or I'll see you guys on my stream if you fucking indulge in that. Anyway, I'm not going to make this a long outro. I do this all the time in my streams. I'm going to just fucking end it right now. The stream. I'm going to end the stream. Nothing else. Appreciate you guys. See ya. See ya, dude.